Have you ever wanted the Pokemon series to adapt more roguelike elements to it? The idea of pure randomness and never knowing what may lie ahead is so fun to me, and I wish the Pokemon series had more roguelike elements in them. So what if we combined roguelikes with a Pokemon Nuzlocke? Introducing the Pokerogue Hardcore Nuzlocke. Pokerogue is a fan-made roguelike Pokemon experience that takes you through 200 floors of battles with a unique randomization aspect never seen before in a Pokemon game. I will be doing a hardcore Nuzlocke of this game, which is going to be very difficult. Trust me on this one, it's going to be insane. If you're excited for this new series on the channel, be sure to smash that sub button to never miss a Mr.Smellbert upload ever. Let's get into it. Welcome everybody back to the channel. Today we're starting a brand new series here on the channel, the Pokerogue Nuzlocke. If you've never played Pokerogue before, it's a Pokemon roguelike where we have to get through 200 battles, basically. The Nuzlocke rules are in the description if you're new to this, if you don't really know what to do here. I'm kind of making it up as I go. I haven't seen a ton of attempts of this, so basically, standard hardcore Nuzlocke rules. The only, caveat is that I will get a Pokemon every 10 floors. I get to pick that Pokemon, though, so I can't just... It's not just gonna be my first encounter. So we can go with 3 separate starters. Usually my goal is to go with 3 separate typings and get, fire, water, grass, core. So I'm gonna go with my boy Fuecoco off the bat. I think I'm going to pair that up with a Mudkip, probably. I think all the grass starters are viable in their own way, but I think I'm gonna go with Snivy. It's bulky. I really just want Leech Seed access, but I'm not winning this on my first attempt. I'm gonna make that blatantly clear. All right, so a Pokerogue Nuzlocke, or Pokerogue I should say, is basically 200 floors of fights. It can be wild battles, trainer battles, and then every 10 floors there is a boss thing. It's either a totem Pokemon or a gym leader or something of the sort. We will have rival battles and all that stuff as we go. You're seeing here the main gimmick of Pokerogue here. After you clear a floor, you get money, and you also get a choice of an item. These can be in a range of things, but it's always important to go with money and cash early on to build up, so you can use the cash to buy potions, so you can heal in between battles. I want to have an ongoing series on the channel. I love the individual runs that we've been doing, but I think an ongoing series like this could be really cool. I'm probably aiming to do like 2 to 3 runs per video. All right, so every so often, starting usually on, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it's like every couple of floors, we will fight our rival. Our rival is by far the strongest thing we will fight in this game. The rival is brutal. As you will see, she gets a pretty cracked team as we go. Yeah, but anyways, we get out kind of fine there. I'm gonna heal both of my dudes real quick. Just spend a little bit of cash. I'm gonna scoop Bidoof here. It's not the best Pokemon in the world. Maybe I should have gotten Tandemaus instead, but water types are pretty solid. Oh, EXP charms are big too. Just gives me more EXP. That's vital. I could have gotten this Bidoof, I guess, but... So, of course he has Sap Sipper. Oh, that's lovely. Alright, he should be fine. Alright, cool. Anyways, so yeah, that's a boss. It's kind of like, think of it as like a totem trial from Sun and Moon. That's kind of on the same wavelength of what we're thinking here. So, that's the first 10 floors done. The first like 50 to 100 floors are pretty easy. So, that's kind of why I'm thinking that we can kind of breeze through this point. And then eventually, we'll get some juice here on Fuecoco and stuff, and we'll be cooking. Ooh, okay, I think... I mentioned I did want a good flying type. I think I want to go after this Starly, honestly. Starly seems like a really good ad for us. And just like that, we caught the Starly. That's an okay nature. Not the best IV spread either. That stuff's also really important for this run. Just put that out there, but Staraptor is always super good. Packs Intimidate off the bat. Alright, so this is a gym fight. It's always random on who you fight. It's usually dependent on the terrain, though. The first couple of ones are kind of preset sometimes. So, like, you'll fight the Gen 5 first ones. You'll fight, I think you fight Sharon sometimes, too. I can't remember exactly. But then after that, it's like, if you're in a water area, you fight Misty, or you fight Crash Your Wake. If you're in a forest, you fight, like, Bugsy, or... You might fight, like Whitney in a city theme, stuff like that. It's pretty basic stuff like that, but just if you can pick where you can go, which you can do that later, you can kind of dictate what your team is strong with and then go from there. So, anywho, I think I just do this, honestly. I know we're kind of stacking types here, Gyarados is amazing. I don't need to tell you why Gyarados is amazing, but Gyarados is probably going to be really good for this run. All right, we're taking on our rival again. She will have 3 Pokemon this time. We know that she will have a Totodile, I guess, Croconaw, and then I think she had a Fletchling as her first Pokemon. More likely she's going to switch here, though. So I am going to pivot into Crocolore here. Into the Fletchling. That's fine. We can... I think Round will probably do more damage here. All right. Down goes the Fletchinder. It's probably going to send out Croconaw up next. Getting a Starly evolution. Oh, yeah, that is one thing. You get evolutions mid-fight in this run, so that's pretty cool. A cool little addition here at Pokerogue. So, cool thing to know. All right, send the Croconaw back out. Probably a water move coming my way, so let's go out to Servine, catch the Water Gun. Magical Leaf here. I could have light screened. It's just going to keep water gunning. That's fine. Sweet. Down goes Croconaw. Hopefully this last Pokemon is something pretty easy for Servine. I'm in a good position. And Munchlax. Okay. Not too bad, actually. Alright. A little bit of an annoying stall fest there with the Munchlax. That Pokemon's going to be really annoying for later on once Snorlax comes our way. We get Leech Seed, though. Absolutely massive. Let's get rid of Frap. I'm probably going to need to try to get a fighting type for that Snorlax, actually. That's going to be a big problem for later on, and it seems like a Pokemon that she would keep throughout the entirety of the run, so... Yeah, definitely need to prioritize that, but hey, rival fight done. This might be a lot of trouble, actually. I'm going to go out to Bibarel. I eat that pretty well. I could roll out. I don't want to be locked in. I'm at Headbutt. I might honestly just sack Bibarel here, low-key, and then get a clean switch in, like, Marshtomp and then Rock Tomb it or something. F's in the chat to Bibarel, but... Very easy sack there. Let's go out into Marshtomp here. Okay, I kind of threw. This thing does not have... Okay. I didn't need to really let go of Bibarel. He didn't have a flying move. I was just insanely worried that he did... Whatever, man. Okay, so... This is one of the random events that can occur as you're perusing through the game. This is probably one of the most, like, interesting... gimmicks that we can find here. So we can check all the trade offers for our Pokemon and see what we want to get rid of and if we can get anything good. We can back out of this. Let's Gamba. Let's Gamba and trade Staravia. I have a Gyarados. Gyarados is just better. I just got... Okay. I mean, he's my homie Blastoise. What level is he? 21? That's odd. I mean... Okay, that didn't, the Staravia didn't count for our encounter. I think I'm just going to go after this Timber. Conkeldurr is a super solid fighting type. That was really good IVs too. Yeah, I will certainly take a future Conkeldurr. Thanks to the tactics of some stalling, we were able to knock out that, I forget the middle stage of that Pokemon, but we were able to knock it out. Now, one problem I'm kind of running into here is not that I'm low level compared to everything else, but I'm not getting as many levels as I would like to right now, which is a little worrying. Well, that sucks. This run's not looking too great. It's gonna be Brawly. He has a team of 4. Leading off with a Breloom. Giga Drain, that's not gonna do anything. Alright. Got the Breloom out. That's going to be a lot of levels, so this should help a little bit. Meditite. This thing's got high jump kick. I don't know what to do here. Alright, well, I guess getting the Flamethrower off just worked surprisingly well. This thing. Do I sack something to get, like, Servine in, maybe? Yeah, I gotta do this. This hurts. This pains me to do this, but... Alright, F's in the chat to Blastoise. It was really cool to get him, but I need to get a clean switch into Servine here. Okay. Do we Leech Seed or do we Leaf Blade? I would say we probably Leech Seed here. He withdrew. Goes out to Machoke. I mean, I'm just going to Leech Seed again. Knock off, that's fine. I'm not going to be able to stall forever. Yeah, I think this run's kind of cooked. He just outspeeds and clicks reversal and one-shots like my entire team. Yeah, there's not much I can do here. Ran out of gas. That was really early to run out of gas, but, I mean... That sucks. It is what it is. Early enough run, though. We weren't going to win the first run. I mean... Alright, everybody. Well, after our pretty Bad first loss. We got to rebound here with a new squad. Try to go with the Poplio carry here. I think Poplio is one of the better water types that we can get access to. I still like going Snivy. It's a bulky, fast grass type that can be really useful for us. And then let's go for our fire type. It doesn't really matter here. Let's throw Charmander in the ring. I want to get kind of a Mega Pokemon maybe involved. We're on run 2 now. I probably won't show a ton of the early game of these next, several runs, however long it takes us to beat this. We just don't really need to see it, right? We just saw it. You guys got introduced to the challenge. All right, everybody, it's time for our first rival fight. This is mostly important just to see what she has. She also has a Poplio. Okay, that's not terrible, I guess, the mirror match. We don't have a poison. We're going to need to get a poison type for that, probably. Or, I mean, we have Snivy, though. I guess I shouldn't complain too much. Snivy's going to be really good for that, actually. All right, our boss for this route is a Meowth, who I'm probably... That did a lot of damage. I might try to attempt to catch this thing. See if I can chuck a Great Ball and hope it catches. Okay, cool. We caught it. That could have been a little bit bad. Good IV spread. It does have Technician, minus Speed Nature, kind of sucks. Meowth, it's not terrible for the early part of this run. I'll take that. But first 10 floors, not really much to say. I'm feeling pretty good. Found ourselves a Zubat here. I think I'm going to catch this. I think Crobat could be pretty solid for this game. We'll have to actually use it before we can fully evolve it, obviously, into a Crobat. But it's a really good Pokemon. I don't think we can find too much better here. I'm getting later in the area anyway, so I think that's a good pickup for us. All right, we are at the boss for this floor, fighting a Lechonk. Team's looking pretty solid, honestly. We got a lot of good levels. I fought a lot of trainers on that area, which was really interesting. I fought more than I've usually had in these early attempts, but nonetheless, we're cooking. I want to go... Where do I want to go? Based off of what I need, Metropolis would make most sense. I could roll a Snivy for a little bit, hop to the lake. Who is her starter? Yeah, let's go to the lake. I just remember she has Poplio. Let's go to the lake. Maybe we can get a Gyarados. I wouldn't hate that. Or another good water type. Wooper could be good, but yeah, cooking so far. I've been glazing Gyarados a lot. It's just too good of a Pokemon for me to really care right now to, use the same Pokemon again. All right, fighting our rival again. Leading with the Brionne, I'm going to just slam a Petal Blizzard. It's not switching. That's interesting. Might switch again. Okay, I just switch. Yeah, we knew we had there. She had that. Our own Brionne, actually, here during this fight, which will be nice. Crit is huge. Probably... who's your other one? Mankey. A Future Annihilate isn't... That's not bad to see, actually. All right, down goes our rival, and we're... I feel good. I don't know. I feel really good about this run. We got a combination of some bulk and some good speed on this team. I haven't really even used Charmander at all. All right, it should be gym leader time. We are fighting Crasher Wake here. Starting off with a Prinplup. I probably just go into Servine. I'm a little worried about this interaction here. Servine doesn't have a lot of PP left, so I probably shouldn't bother. It's leech seeded. I could just go back out. I didn't bother healing Meowth. I hope that's not a throw. Snivy and just kind of roll with that for now. So, especially with this thing being leech seeded. It switches out, going to Weasel. Other than that, maybe a Quagsire, but we could handle a Quagsire. Just disarming voice. And you do have a Quagsire. Okay. Lower my speed. I probably still have speed anyways. Petal Blizzard. We should be fine. This is probably curtains. All right, down goes Crasher Wake. Down goes the first gym leader for the run. Liking it so far. First 30 floors are done. Again, like the squad. Like the squad so far. You know what? I think for the sake of having a ground type on the team, I think I am going to catch this Quagsire here. Maybe it's not the smartest decision in the world, but I'm not using Meowth, so we're just going to, see you later, Meowth. It's just going to sit on the team just so we have a ground type. I think that's just useful to have enough, so I'll take it. All right, we are on the top floor here of the swamp. Can't stay in with the Stunfisk. That's quite unfortunate. This thing actually is like a bad match for my team. All right, down goes Stunfisk. Not too much of a fuss there. Team's looking good. I've been using Servine actually a lot more than I thought I would, but Quagsire gives us a good ground type just to have on the team. Ooh, let's go to the graveyard actually. See if we can't get like a good ghost type or something. But honestly, I think the one difference that we've been doing with this run is that we've been actually building a good collection of money right now, which has been really, really helping, I think, me being able to use potions sparingly and then not use them in certain cases, Again, our team's good. Okay, this is interesting. I just found a wild Crocalor in the graveyard. Could be pretty sick. The need for 2 fire types isn't very strong. I think for the sake of sticking with the starters that I picked, I think we're gonna not. And for the sake of variety, we just use this thing, right? We don't want to be boring. We don't want to be bland. Let's use some new Pokemon in here. That is 450. We are a fourth of the way done, actually. I should say, this run will get progressively more difficult, of course. But if you've never played this game before, specifically, the last 10 floors are brutal. There are just, there's 2 fights. There's 2 fights in particular. I'm not going to spoil what they are if you haven't played this game before. 2 fights just suck. Alright, everybody, it is 3rd rival fight here. This fight is tricky. This is kind of where things can get a bit hairy. Starting off with the Primarina, we know about that. Let's just go out to her Superior. Alright, take care of that. Nice. Alright, now goes Primarina. Slowbro. Gyarados could be okay. Let's go out to Quagsire. That does an insane amount of damage. Let's sack, honestly. I'm going to sack. I'm going to sack Quagsire and then go out to Gyarados. Yeah, that makes the most sense here. That kind of sucks to do. Oh, okay, you just... you do that. Alright, now goes Noctile. Primarina is very low. Slowbro, yup. Alright, I'm just going to do what I originally was going to do. Sack Quagsire. Get the Gyarados out. Get the Intimidate off, and get the Crunch off. Good damage. Is that a headbutt? Okay, we should be fine here. Oh, that damage is insane, dude. Or Golbat picks up the kill here. He might... Actually, he totally should here. Nice. Alright, cool. Down goes Slowbro. Didn't even need to sack Golbat. If I guess we can get a Crobat, that's a pretty comparable Pokemon for a little bit. Alright, sweet. Down goes the rival. Only lost a Quagsire. It's a shame, but it's not the end of the world. We can definitely maneuver around it. I wanted to get a Gengar originally, and ask and you shall receive now, I guess. Sweet, caught the Gengar. The Haunter. We will have to get a Link Cord to evolve it like last time what we did with Conkeldurr. Alright, what boss do we have here? It's going to be a gym leader. We got Marnie here. 4 Pokemon here. Alright, starting off with Toxicroak. That should be fine for Gyarados. Yeah, let's go out to Gyarados. I'm sorry, Charizard. That should be fine for Zard here. That does an ungodly amount of damage. A bit with Haunter here. Oh, okay, he flipped out too. Or she flipped out, sorry. I'm sorry. Let's go out to Superior. That makes a lot more sense. Alright, thankfully, Haunter kind of stalls this Toxicroak out a pretty good bit. Sweet, alright. Down goes Toxicroak. We got the Morpeko. I forgot the name of that Pokemon for a second. We got the Morpeko down pretty low. It might go back out to it because it probably sees a kill with Bite. That's what it was spamming earlier. It goes out to Liepard. Had a better Fairy move. I feel like Sparkling Aria is going to do more at this point. Let's just do that. Poison Fang. It outspeeds. Oh, Golbat. Hell, dude. Alright, I thought Golbat was going to outspeed there. I don't outspeed here. Yeah, I think I need to let this thing go down. We're going to get another set of encounters. She has 2 Pokemon left. Yeah, I feel like this makes the most sense. Unless I outspeed here, which I don't think I do, but... Nope. F's in the chat to Golbat. He's been here a long time. Helped us out a good bit. Probably, yeah, Superior. I might I can't remember if I was outspeeding or not. With Superior. I was not. Or I don't even know. Grimmsnarl. Alright, we should be fine. Yeah, we should be fine. Alright. Yeah, I should clearly outspeed here. Alright, sweet. Alright, that was not... too bad. A little scary. Even though we had a Fairy type, I just don't have any good Fairy moves on our starter over there. Primarina. Fighting Colress here. I'm not fully leveled up, which is a little... Or not, healed up, rather. Which is a little scary. He has a team of 6, which is also a bit spooky. I should outspeed. Of course, I don't outspeed... How do I not outspeed a Magneton? Dude, that was such a dumb death. That was such a stupid death. That had like no, absolutely zero reason to happen. Oh, well, there goes our Gyarados, and we're not gonna have a team of 6 for this up. Good thing is it's not gonna be a gym fight. That's like the very good thing, right? You can sweat. Okay, dude. Dude, I thought apparently it's not fully implemented in this game. He clicked Uproar, thinking, oh, I'm fine. He was locked into Uproar, and then he just pulled out Psybeam. Well, the promising run we've had is just crumbling beneath my eyes, or beneath my feet, I guess. The thing before, I knew that. I knew to switch out with Gyarados, but I just got greedy. Well, now we're only down to our starters, which is, lovely, to say the least. Be fine here. Oh, I still have speed. Okay, fine. Alright, well, the Colress Massacre is done. We kept our starters alive, so we're just gonna have to get a new team. You know, it's times like these when I really want a good Pokemon, and then it comes out with a Boldore and an Onix as the two Pokemon that it gives me for this. That's very, very splendid game. Thank you very much. Alright, well, the boss here is a Diggersby, so that's what we're gonna be catching here. Not the best Pokemon in the world, but he's got really good IVs, but doesn't even have huge power. It has Cheek Pouch, which is also a good ability. It's a Pokemon. It's a ground type. Whatever. I'm not gonna complain. Not gonna complain. I think I am gonna go with the Mudsdale here. It's a pretty solid Pokemon. Oh, it doesn't have stamina. I was really hoping it did have stamina. But it's just Bulk City. It's slow, but I'm kind of banking. I'd rather have slow, bulky Pokemon, I think. I don't think we're going to get anything else other than ground types here, to be honest. So, yeah, we'll just welcome Mudsdale as our, like, official ground type onto the team and just get rid of Diggersby when we get a chance. All right, floor 80 is done. We are moving on. Desert and the mountain. Let's go to the mountain. Hopefully, like a flying type or something. Just trying to get type diversity like I've been talking about this whole time. Well, here Aggron is again. I think I'm just getting it, catching it actually this time. I think we're going to fight a trainer on this next area. So, welcome Aggron to the squad. For now, at least. I'll probably end up getting rid of it anyways. Not a very diverse team we're building here. I thought I was going to get a good flying type. I kept running into Pidgeots and Fearos, thinking I was going to get something else better. Never did. So, that sucks. Looks like we're fighting Falconer here. It was right about that whole thing. Swanna off the bat. It's actually a horrible Pokemon for us to fight. Okay, then it goes to then it just goes to Brave Bird, because that escalation makes sense, right? Whatever, man. It's done. It's out of the way. So is Primarina, basically. Pidgeot, we can do. Actually, we could go to Aggron if we really wanted to. Actually, this thing might pack Focus. No, let's go to Aggron. Let's see what Aggron's got. Swapped out for a Honchkrow. Honchkrow's probably got something for this. I'll go to Diggersby because I don't care if this thing dies. Superpower. Great heavens. I could just sack Diggersby if I'm being frank. Let's just, you know what? Let's just rip the band-aid off. It's gonna... Okay, he outsped. Okay. Did not expect that out of you, man. Gotta be honest. Pidgeot comes back out. We just go into Aggron. Figured that wasn't gonna one-shot. Spamming agility. Nice. Alright, down goes Pidgeot. Realistically, I should be able to stay in here. Yeah, I missed again. Heat Wave, why do you have heat? Okay, well. There goes Aggron, I guess. For some reason, that thing had Heat Wave. Alright, I think that is Curtains. No, he's got one more Pokemon. He's got a Xatu. Alright, Zard held by the skin of his teeth. And now goes Falconer. We can choose to go to Space or Volcano. Got a Fire type already. Let's go to Space. Alright, we are fighting our rival here. I'm going to take back what I said earlier about this fight being... Well, this fight's going to be very difficult. It's not going to be stupid difficult. Yes, okay. It's not going to be stupid difficult. It's the next one. That'll be the stupid difficult one. So anyways, Primarina, let's probably flip out. Let's just Leaf Blade anyways. Knocked out, comes out. That's a lot of damage. We love seeing that. Expecting a flying move here. Let's just see if Diggersby can take care of this. Does an ungodly amount of damage. Whatever. It got a double crit. I'm just going to let Diggersby go down. I've been trying to find a way for that thing to die for a minute. So, rest in peace, Diggersby. Let's go out to Zard here. Catch this Flamethrower. You have a T-Tar. I'm going to Heavy Slam. Just in case you go to your Flying type. That works too. Let's G-Drain here for some damage, or some healing, rather. Forgot about this stupid Slowbro. Actually, we have a great counter for this thing in Mudsdale. This is actually a really good counter for this thing. I'm going to Heavy Slam you again. Down goes Knocked Out. Well, nice. I'm going to Synth up here, actually. Back out to Mudsdale. We kind of got the tech on this thing right now. That poison's unfortunate. I can high horsepower anything on this team, and it's going to do a lot of damage. Just going to do that. Sick. Down goes Slowbro. We know T-Tar's in the back. We're going to G-Drain here. Annihilate. Forgot that other Pokemon was here. Primarina makes sense. Zard makes sense. Let's go to Primarina. Sweet. All right. Down goes Annihilate. Down goes T-Tar. Oh, I thought it had a Reviver Seed for a second. It does not. And down goes Primarina. All right. Other than getting rid of Diggersby, that was a really good fight. I've been sacking a lot here recently, but the way the squad's built, I feel comfortable enough sacking. I think Mudsdale has kind of earned its GOAT status on this team right now, so I'm comfortable with sacking anything else, really. Mudsdale can just kind of tank a lot of hits, and it's just been pretty solid for us so far. All right, well, it looks like we're going to get a Clefable here. All right, we caught it. Nice. That's, it's another fairy type, which doesn't do a ton for us, but it's just another good Pokemon, so we'll take it. But yeah, I mean, we're in a pretty solid spot right now. Just to show you the team here real quick, I guess I probably should do some team recaps along the way. Serperior's been pretty goated, pretty solid moveset as is. Zard, I still need a Mega. I still really need a Mega, but it is what it is. Zard's been pretty solid for us. Primarina, Mudsdale is up next. Mudsdale's been awesome. Still working on the moveset a little bit, but want to get rid of Strength for something else. But I like Counter and Heavy Slam and obviously high horsepower. Primarina has been a GOAT for us. Not much else to say. I got rid of Sparkling Aria for Revelation Dance instead, just because it's Sparkling Aria is widespread damage, and this is just single target damage, which I thought would be better, just in case we get into double battles. And then Clefable here is a newly acquired Pokemon. It's just got a decent enough moveset, and it's bulky. It's our probably next sack Pokemon. These four, Serperior, Zard, Mudsdale, and Primarina, are definitely our team. I feel comfortable building around them. Oh, this thing is really tempting to pick up. Tinkaton is like a guarantee counter for like a lot of Pokemon for the late game. Nice. All right. We caught the Tinkaton. That is a really good Pokemon. So we fight a lot of dragons later. There is the last boss. Basically, Tinkaton can just solo if we can get situated properly. So I'm very happy about that. That's a really good ad for us. We haven't caught anything yet on this floor. It's probably just going to sit in our party for a little bit while everybody else kind of cleans up. But for now, super worth Pokemon. Our boss for this area is going to be a Behem. I think I say that right. I don't know. Not too bad. We got good health here right now. Actually, I might just knock it out here. Okay, sweet. That was a pretty easy floor. Nothing really eventful. Fought a couple of trainers. Got the Tinkaton. I don't know where we're going next. Something I should mention here, by the way, if you haven't played or watched this game before, you can get past level 100. I know that's not a new thing. I guess when this game came out, it was a new thing. But we have Legends ZA to thank for that new addition to the series. But yeah, you're able to do that in this game, which is pretty cool. But you can get to level 200 is the cap for this. So yeah. On Zinzalon. I don't even know how you say that dude's name. So I think we take on him. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I know it's neutral. Bro. Zard has no defense. Well, rest in peace, Zard. I should have taken the Blaze Kit, I guess. We're about to fight... I cannot finish my thoughts right now. We are about to fight Gexus, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what we're about to do. So, I'm kind of getting ran through by the Zoroark. Honestly, this, not looking the best here, everybody. I might have to let Clefable go down here. Ice, especially without Zard, is a horrible typing for me right now. I could go out to Tinkaton, anything. We can Gigaton Hammer. It's going to Acid Armor. I should do still a lot. Okay, nice. I think about halfway done with this fight. I need there to be not any more Ice types. I I can't do that twice in a row. I'm gonna stay in. Oh, it has Earth Power. That sucks. Yeah, this is looking rough, everybody. That was a crit that did no damage. Yeah, I think this is GG's here. I think we just met our match. Oh, it's a guaranteed kill. Well, that sucks. Run 2 comes to an end. I don't even really know what I could have done better there. I just had holes on my team that I just couldn't really fill. Losing Zard there was kind of insane. Maybe I should have gone out to something else, but Ice was actually really bad for my team besides Tinkaton. I should have gone out to Tinkaton, but it was paralyzed. I don't know. That kind of a throw on my end, but that's how it goes. Is what it is. I'll probably do one more run for this video here. A little bit different with this run. I'm gonna go back to the Fuecoco strats. I think I did the Fuecoco strats a little dirty in the first run. We really need Tinkatink on the team, I think. It's just such a good typing. I think we just kind of have to. And then I think our last Pokemon should be Chikorita. It's basically a budget version of what Snivy was going to do. It's a little bit bulkier, but slower. I'm pretty sure it's got a little bit more bulk, but it's slower. So we're going to go with that. Look, maybe I just suck at Pokemon, but this run has always been so daunting to me. And hopefully I can paint you a picture as to why this Nuzlocke is absolutely brutal. This is one of the most difficult Nuzlocks I probably have ever done, and probably not will ever do, if I get to the point of doing like Rad Red. So I think I'm gonna scoop up this Ekans here, oddly enough. It's got Intimidate. We'll take that as our first encounter. The first two areas really, there's just not much here. We're kind of just waiting to get something halfway decent and then going from there. All right, like usual, our rival, we see her all the time. Who she got for this run? A Mudkip. That's not bad, actually. We'll have a Chikorita on standby, so that should be pretty manageable for this run. I'll take that. That's not too bad. Who's she pairing that up with? Her flying type, a Hoothoot. That was what we dealt with earlier. Not the worst thing to see, actually. It's just bulky. Like, it doesn't do that much damage. So, not a bad pairing. We'll certainly take that. Fighting a Starly here. I would have actually really liked to catch this thing if we could have, but it is what it is. Down goes the Starly. I'm happy with the Intimidating Ekans, just to have. But first 10 floors are done. Honestly, the run's going to really begin once we get past the second rival fight. I think that's kind of when these runs are going to start to take off a little bit more. This is an interesting gamble here. This is basically just paying for a Pokemon. I would actually really like a Hippopotas. This is a ground type is always welcomed on my teams. It's a little steep of a price, though. And I haven't caught anything yet, and it's floor 19. There's a chance I could not get an encounter if we fight a boss. You know what, let's do it. Gamba. Okay, it's a good thing I did that, because we're fighting Chili here, so we would have been out of an encounter regardless. So we'll take that. Don't have to worry too much about his other fire types. I can go out to Hippopotas if I need to, actually. I don't know what his level is either way, so I could afford to be a little risky there, but down goes Pansear, and we are going to get ourselves an evolution, and we're on floor 20. I like it. I like the buildings of this team. Got a good ground type. If we can get a good water type along the way, I don't really want to go to the water area right now. I know I'm not going to be able to pick, which is going to be a little unfortunate, but well, of course, the run where I have no megas, I get a mega bracelet this early on. All right, everybody, we are fighting our rival for the second time. We know she's going to have a Marsh Stomp, which is going to be a little scary, but we can roll with Chikorita here. It's probably going to switch into your Hoot. All right, get the poison off. That's nice. Oh, confusion. That should do nothing. All right, sweet. And then it's going to reset tempo here. Probably just go back out to Marsh Stomp. Yup. Back out to Chikorita we go. On the Surf. Hopefully this one-shots. It might not, actually. Yeah. That's insane that it has Surf this early on. That's wild. We're going to get a Bayleaf here, though, which is pretty sick. Down goes Temple. Not too shabby. Looking good. Kind of got a run going now since we're past the second rival fight. Okay. I just found a Wild Eevee. That's really good. Very versatile. I don't really know what I want to turn it into. I usually elect to go with Sylveon, but we have a fairy type. It's plus attack. Maybe like... Oh, it's got like maxed attack. So what? Leafeon has max attack. I could do Umbreon, I guess. Definitely something I'll have to think about. That's we have Eevee as a starter now. That could be really good. All right, taking on the floor boss here. It is Cast Form. This thing might have Water Gun. All right, Cast Form goes down. That was a little close, but I got put in blaze range, so we were chilling. All right, floor 30 is done. We are in 31. Give you a quick little team display here real quick. I'm pretty happy with the current spot we're at. It's super early on, but got the makings of a good future squad here. I like it. Just really need a water type, honestly, and I would be super happy. I wish this Eevee wasn't juiced in attack. I probably would have just made it a Vaporeon at this rate, but... Well, I'm in a little bit of a tight spot. I'm kind of under-leveled, being honest right now. I think I might let Arbok go down here, just so I can get a clean switch into something else. Not the best move in the world, but Arbok is going to get replaced anyways. I'm in a little bit of trouble here. I can't lie. Alright, thankfully, Corsola through. Got a little lucky there. F's in the chat to Arbok. I don't know how I am so under-leveled right now. This is insanely tragic, but it's alright. I was going to release Arbok anyways, so it's fine. I need to release him. So, see ya, Arbok. I think I'm gonna attempt to catch this Hariyama here. I actually really like this for our team. That did an insane amount of damage. I need to chuck a ball and hope this works out. Okay, it does. Okay. Okay, he has Sheer Force. That's a really good ability. It's his hidden ability, actually. I really like this for our team. Just need a wall. I just need a wall in this team right now. We have not a ton of bulk. We have a lot of Babymon still. Alright, we are at the floor boss here fighting Lieutenant Surge. I'm not in the best position at the moment. Okay, that's really annoying. Missing the Leech Seed's really cool. Dig. It's probably going to switch. Raichu, that's fine. Good exchange there. Disarming Voice. That shouldn't do a ton to me. Dig. Okay, nice. That's going to get a lot of levels to the whole team, and especially Hippopotas. I might be able to pivot and just maneuver around this team with Hippopotas, and hopefully, well, Bayleaf's just going to evolve. That's really annoying that I got paralyzed and missed the Leech Seed on that Jolteon. I kind of farted around for too long. Nice. All right, Hippopotas pulls through again. He's being a goat right now. I'm going to stick a dig. It just goes boom. That's so unfortunate. Okay, well, just goes boom, so I can't do anything about that. If I had to pick a Pokemon to go down to the boom, it was probably gonna have to be Hippopotas, unfortunately, but just instantly did that. I don't know how the AI works in this game, to be frank, so. Down goes Jolteon, and Lieutenant Surge is done. After a stupid SD, we get out of this. We're kind of slashing and clawing our way through this. We're 50 floors done. We're going to do a rival fight. That's going to be the true indicator of if we can make it any further into this run. Is going to be that rival fight, I think. That's going to be a big indicator onto this run. I think, unfortunately, at some point, I'm going to have to get rid of this Eevee on our team. It's kind of just a sitting duck, and it can't really do too much, which is, it's just the worst. I'm getting paralyzed so many times. 3 times in a row, dude? Come on, bro. Come on. And I get paralyzed. Alright, everybody, we're taking on a rival here. Thankfully, we just got a big nugget out of a little event there, so I was able to spend a little bit extra cash to heal the paralysis on all my team. Start off with Swampert here on the Earthquake. That's a rip. I'm going to just heal as you switch into Knocked Out. That's perfectly fine. Get to full health. Alright, I think it's time to throw this Eevee to the wind. It's been hanging around way too much. It's time for it to go. I'm going to send a Baby Doll's Eye... I'm going to send a Baby Doll Eyes out for the road, but this Eevee's got to go. Surprisingly enough. Alright, now it goes down. Got some work in. Can help us set up for probably Skeledirge here. I'm going to have to eat this. I have to eat this. I can't believe it lived that. Oh, that did nothing. That did no damage. That did no damage. I don't even know. I don't even know anymore, dude. I really don't. That's perfectly fine. I can synth up. I get a light screen off. That's going to do nothing. Accuracy fellow. Doesn't matter. Catches Magical Leaf. Clefable. Let me Leech Seed you. I'm going to pivot back to Meganium here. Perfect. Electric is your last Pokemon. Looking good here, actually. Alright, down goes rival number 3. And we're cooking. I had to get rid of that Eevee. I don't feel good about it, but I had to get rid of it to get a clean switch. I'm still making just the smartest plays in the world. We got some more cash in our pocket. Found ourselves an Ampharos here. I might actually cop this. It seems like a good Pokemon to keep in our back pocket throughout the run. I would like an electric type, and we could also possibly get a Mega Ampharos later on. Ampharos, it's modest. That's really nice. Not a great moveset. Just need a better electric move, and we'll be perfectly fine. And we get Mareep as a future starter, which could be really useful. So, build the team back up. We like that. We like that. We are at the floor boss here, taking on a Dedenne, and it's dead. All right. I had Torch Songs up. This is the power of Skeleturge, so we love that. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this run. This run is so weird. We're like in a somewhat decent spot. We're also not in an amazing spot in some cases. Like, we got a decent enough squad. I just kind of need to maneuver this better. Well, I'm gonna be honest, gang. I think this run's over. Tinkatongue's gonna go down here. I got Magnet pulled. Just couldn't do anything about that. And Hariyama went down earlier in this fight. We're fighting Chorus again. This run has been so cursed from the start that I just don't think it's really possible for me to even come back at this point. I spent too much money. I was worried about spending the money throughout the run, and it just comes down to this at the end of the day. I just don't have enough firepower right now. And this is going to be a slow, painful death. Yup, everybody. That's going to be a wrap. I don't know. Like, doing this challenge again made me realize just how difficult this run, or this game is, this Nuzlocke is. Or maybe just how bad I am at Pokemon. It could be either or. But I think that's going to be it for this video. I definitely want to do this and make this into a series. Maybe you guys have some more thoughts in the comments below. Something that, you know, I missed, or something I am missing, something I should do more to make this run a little easier. Have you done a Nuzlocke like this before? What do you know, all that sort of stuff. I kind of want to know some feedback. You know, of course, if you like the video and stuff like that, let me know too. But I want some feedback from you guys. Do you have any ideas for me on this run? Because right now I'm kind of just taking hodgepodges of starters and just hoping everything works out. But with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. It means a whole lot to me that you stick to the end of these videos. Make sure you have a fantastic day, night, evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. And see you guys for the next part of the Pokerogue Nuzlocke. Have a great day.